All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on? SHIPIT Nation YouTube station back Monday, April Fool's Day. Hope everyone had a great Easter. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on your way in. And if you are not a member yet, head over to SHIPITNation.com. You can use that promo code MLB15. Gets you 15% off any monthly package you do choose for all sports there. MLB15. Get you there, 15% off. You see it all up there. Obviously, MLB's in session now, full season ahead for MLB. The Masters is coming up, and if you want some access to the Masters, use that promo code MLB15. Gets you 15% off all packages. If you want to check out what our PGA content has to offer before you make a decision before the Masters, obviously next week, use that promo code PGA free. Get you a free week of PGA only just for this week. Obviously, it will not lead through the Masters, but you'll check out all of our content that we have available for this week's tournament. Check it out. Free week. No April Fool's joke. Nothing there. No ties. No strings attached. PGA free. Gets you a free week of PGA only content. You can check it out. Hopefully, you stick around. Hopefully, you join to cover the Masters, and then hopefully you stick around for the rest of the season, cover the rest of the majors. Obviously, you get MLB package if you do choose all sports. So a couple promo codes there off the top, but this is an NHL show here. Let's dive right in, talk about some of my favorite stacks tonight. We're going to start with the top overall stack on the board here. Biggest favorite on the slate here. It's the road team, Colorado, heading into Columbus to face the Blue Jackets here. 6.5 total here. Everything points to an Avs smash. Nathan MacKinnon, my favorite spin up on the entire slate. I know, mind-blowing, but the guy's averaging over 5 shots on goal per game. Now gets a good matchup here against Columbus. Top line, top power play. Really like him. Ranton and then Jonathan Drouin at 4K is just way too cheap here in this matchup. Skate next to those guys, getting top power play time. Amazing play. Cale Makar, fantastic matchup. You can play him in the util slot here tonight, I think. 8,200, great play there. You can jump into the second line here to get a little value savings with guys like Middlestat, Duhamine, and Lakeinen here. All cheap, all great matchups here. Colorado, my favorite stack on the board, much like everyone else's. But there is 8 games here. You can get different elsewhere. Love Colorado here. Jumping in my second favorite stack here tonight, it's going to be these Florida Panthers here on the road in Toronto. Like the spot for Florida here, a little bit sneaky spot here. Both these teams are pretty equally matched, but looking at the numbers here that I'm looking at, over the last 10 home games, Toronto has been the 4th worst team in expected goals against. They give up the 3rd most high danger chances here. They have just a 75% penalty kill. So give me Florida top power play here in this matchup. Sam Reinhart, Matthew Tkachuk, Alexander Barkov, Carter Verhaeghe, and Brandon Montour. I like all 5 of those guys. A lot of them correlate together, right? Verhaeghe, Barkov, Reinhart on that top line. And then that second line with Tkachuk, Bennett, and Rodriguez. Got some value there. So love Florida here. Florida, my second favorite stack on the board here. The top 6 skaters, mainly the top power play, is where I'm looking at. Jump into the last 3 stacks that I'm looking at. First one, we're going to start here with the Seattle Kraken here. Heavy favorites again on the road. Facing one of the worst teams in the league, the San Jose Sharks here. Kraken aren't any crazy team by any means. It is only a 5.5 total here. Kraken obviously heavy favorites here facing the Sharks, just like everybody that goes up against the Sharks is. But I do like the spot. Schwartz, Eberle, McCann is my preferred. Really like the spot for Jared McCann here. Like his price point, like everything about it. You got a very cheap D-man there that I'll talk about when I get to the value section. You got Burakovsky there on the top power play at 3.1K. Another nice value play there. So Bjorkstrand, Eberle, Jaden Schwartz. I mean, I love all these guys. Really like the Schwartz, McCann, Eberle line here. That second line is where I'm looking to target here with the Kraken. They're very cheap. Great complementary stack to the Panthers or the Avalanche here tonight. Jumping in another team here, taking a look at the Tampa Bay Lightning here at home against Detroit. Like this spot, Nikita Kucherov, Stamkos, Duclair, Braden Point. Duclair up on that top line. Nice price point there, skating next to Point and Kucherov. Love that top line stack here. Braden Point gets the best matchup on the slate. Centers against this Detroit team. They rank 32nd in the league against centers. So like Braden Point a lot. Stamkos has been playing out of his mind right now. Not playing out of his mind, but he's been very good for what his $6,900 price point does. He's averaging over 4 shots on goal per game. He's sub 7K. Like him, Kucherov is a contrarian spend up off of guys like Rantanen and McKinnon, I think is a good way to go. So I do like that. You got Victor Hedman at a nice mid-tier $6,500 price point. Detroit ranks 29th in the league against D-men. So do like this spot quite a bit. Again, Duclair, sub 5K, skate next to those guys, great play. Nicholas Paul, a nice value play there on the top power play. Tampa, one of my favorite stacks on the board. And then my last team I'm looking at here is these New York Rangers at home here against the Pittsburgh Penguins coming to town. Rangers have been absolutely incredible here, have won 5 straight games. Look for them to win their 6th straight here tonight. Panarin, Trocheck, Lafreniere, great stack there. Mika Zibanejad at 5,500 is kind of a joke for what his talent and his upside is at that price point. So really like him, pair him with Roslovic and Chris Kreider. Zibanejad hasn't been good, but man, he's still playing close to 20 minutes, still being very aggressive out there on the ice, and now gets a plus matchup here at 5.5K. Zibanejad, one of my favorite centers on the entire slate. So do love the Rangers quite a bit here. Let's jump into some value plays at each position. We're going to start with the center position here. First guy I'm going to bring up is Jean-Gabriel Pageau here, JPG, 2,700 top line against Philly, who ranks 25th in the league against centers. That's just too cheap, man. This guy's playing 16 to 18 minutes. He's averaging over 2 shots on goal per game, and he's basically minimum price. So I do like Pageau here quite a bit. Already mentioned this guy when I talked about Colorado. Casey Middlestat coming over, center in that top or that second line, skating next to Duhamel and Laakkonen here. Gets a good matchup here against Columbus. He's going to play 15 to 17 minutes here, somewhere in that ballpark, averaging over 2 shots on goal per game over the last 5. And he's got 4K price point. I like him. Heaviest favorite on the slate as well. And then the last value center you can look at, already brought this guy up as well. Nicholas Paul here for Tampa Bay. Getting top power play time for Tampa. I like the spot quite a bit. Again, Detroit ranks 30th or 32nd dead last in the league against opposing centers. So 3.6K. Nicholas Paul, fantastic value option here at 3.6K. Jumping over to the value wingers on the slate. I don't know what DraftKings is doing, but Jonathan Drouin has just not been priced over 4K. Now he's the heaviest favorite on the slate, skating next to McKinnon and Rantanen and getting top power play time as well. Jonathan Drouin, my favorite value play on the entire slate. He's way too cheap for the spot, for the matchup, for everything, and the role that he has on this Avalanche team right now. So I love him. Another value winger, left wing, Ivan Rodriguez here, 3.4K. Doesn't play a ton of minutes. Going to play right around 12 minutes or so, but he's 3.4K. Gets some power play time here. And when he's out there, he's averaging over almost 2.5 shots on goal per game. So I do like Ivan Rodriguez, like Florida a little bit here as well. And the last guy I'm going to bring up is Andre Burakovsky here, 3.1K. Gets a great matchup against San Jose. Not going to play a ton of minutes again, 12 to 14 minutes, but he does draw a top power play time here, averaging over 2 shots on goal per game. So I do like Andre Burakovsky here as well for a value wing. Jumping over to the value D-men on this slate, we're going to start with Will Borgen here for Seattle. San Jose ranks 31st, second last in the league against opposing D-men. Will Borgen, 2.8K, second line for Seattle Kraken. Going to play you 17 to 20 minutes. He's averaging over 3 shots on goal per game when he's out there. Now gets one of the best matchups in all of the NHL for D-men. Will Borgen, 2.8K, really like him. Another guy, K'Andre Miller here, 3.5K. This guy gets all the minutes he can handle. Ceiling of 24 minutes here. Pittsburgh ranks 30th in the league against opposing D-men. K'Andre Miller hasn't been good, but I think this is a breakout spot here for K'Andre Miller. So I do like him at 3.5K. Wouldn't be surprised to see a big game out of him. And then the last guy, Gustav Forsling here. Talked about liking Florida quite a bit. He hasn't been great since he's returned from missing 2 games back early March or early March 23rd, March 24th. He sat out on the back-to-back there. Came back on the 26th. Hasn't been good since then, but I do think this is a decent spot for him. Another guy that gets all the minutes. I mean, 26 minutes last game against Detroit. Didn't do too much, but he did take 3 shots on goal. Gustav Forsling at 3.9K, I think, is a solid value demon on this slate. Jumping over to the goalies. Favorite spin-up goalie on the slate is going to be Igor Shesterkin here at home. Talked about liking the Rangers quite a bit. 8.3K is just very, very fairly priced. He's my favorite. I'm not going to go all the way up to Decord on the slate. I just like Shesterkin. If I'm spending up, I think he's the best spend up. If you can't quite get up to him, you need that $100. Andrei Vasilevsky here at home against Detroit, I think, is a great option as well. And then the last goalie I'm kind of looking at here is Sergei Bobrovsky here on the road. I think Florida wins this game against Toronto here. Bobrovsky is 7.9K, sub 8K, nice price point there. And I like the matchup for Florida. That's going to do it for this edition of the NHL Quick Hit. As always, my final content, slate plan, core plays, matchup sheet will be live for SHIPIT Nation subscribers. If you're not a member yet at SHIPIT Nation, head over to SHIPITNation.com. Click on Join Now. You can use that promo code MLB15 or Hoop15. Get you 15% off any membership plan you do choose. Get you access to all sports. And if not, you just want to check us out and just check out our PGA content because somehow you found this video here. Use that promo code PGA Free. Gets you a free week of PGA content just for this week. No April Fool's joke, no strings attached. You can check it out. Hopefully you stick around to cover the Masters next week and you sign up to get access for that. Obviously, Masters, one of the best contests. My favorite golf tournament all year. So we'll have you covered there. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. For myself, Nadesify. Let's ship it.